Hi, Liz. There was an emergency question in Parliament yesterday, and the Tory green mask appears to be slipping.
Yeah, well, in my view, it's slipped quite frequently, but now it's almost as if they've decided to drop it altogether. They're in the sort of final stage of their smash and grab, and coming to terms with the fact that many of them are not going to be re-elected. Many of them decided not to stand, and now we're seeing them without their cloak, without their green cloak, I should say. And yeah, it was a fascinating debate, and here it is.
She's lifted a blight from my constituency. But as a result of these measures, we're all going to be swimming in cleaner water as well, aren't we?
We are, and I look forward to joining him in swimming in some cleaner water very soon.
It's always baffling to hear those who believe in environmental improvement saying only the EU way works. Does she agree with me that actually outside the European Union we've been able to adapt our laws to what works for this country, but also make improvements in areas like marine protected areas, like the support we provided to agriculture outside the common agricultural policy? And to say that leaving the European Union has meant a degradation of our approach to the environment is simply nonsense.
We are on the side of the builders, not the blockers.
Yay! Minister, a very, very simple question. If I build a small house or put a little extension on the side of my current house, am I really damaging the watercourses to the same degree as pig farming and chicken farming? And therefore, are these laws completely and utterly missing the mark of what they were well-intentioned to do in the first place?
Yet 80% of phosphates in the UK's rivers are from households and only 15% are from agriculture. Is this just another example of this government passing the buck and blaming farmers for pollution in our rivers?
Liz, from those clips, we can see and hear that Natural England, a government agency, has been overruled. The Office for Environmental Protection, recently created, and a non-governmental agency, they've also been overruled. Where does this leave us?
It leaves us in this situation, which is very bad for honesty and transparency in our politics and democracy, because it does go back right to the start when Cameron first came out with his hugging a hoodie and with the Huskies and pretending to be green. Those of us who are sceptical always guessed that it was an act, it was a cloak. And they've gone through various stages of being green and not green. But ultimately, the Conservatives work for their donors, and their donors are big business. And big business want to come in and do what big business wants to do, and it doesn't care who it damages in the interim. And that is what we have, and that is what is playing out. And so I suppose for us onlookers, it's important to see who's speaking for those who care about these issues and who is delivering against those wishes of the many people, and who's been blamed. Because as we hear and we heard very clearly, farmers get the blame. And the reason that farmers get the blame is because I suppose it's more visible. Pigs smell and animals smell, don't they? Whereas a housing development looks clean and tidy once it's finished. But the other interesting aspect of this is that the Conservatives always used to be seen, and they still are seen, as the countryside advocates. And they are not, are they? And that is really the change of the modern Conservative Party, that they are no longer the party of the countryside.
Look forward to reading your comments, and don't forget to subscribe.